Good morning. Let's go ahead and play some Last Caretaker. We are sort of hanging out after we finished most of the main game elements, and this is going to be a lot of sailing around to random POIs. We went back to Sanctuary Dock 37, clean up a few elements. I think I'm ready to leave, however. Let's just... Oh, not to unplug some stuff. All right. Yeah. Okay. Got a couple different games going at the moment. Just got to remember where everything is. All right. There. There. Double check all the doors are closed. Yeah, I am still not breaking down everything, although I did carry power over to the downstairs. It involves draping wires over half the building. What I did find out is there is this actually has a purpose. If you want to drape the wires down the inside of the building instead, you can actually drop a wire down there and bring it out here instead of bringing things down the stairs over the edge. Although you still have to drape it across that hallway, which I imagine is going to annoy some folks. Okay, we're going to call that a day. And get started. Chat, refill the diesel engine or the tank over here in case we need diesel for any reason. This is my friend, just the solar panels on the roof. There we go. I feel like since my game is a game I started a few days ago, some of my games. All right. Nope. Is the soundtrack impressed by us? Yes, it is. That's right. The soundtrack's impressed. So I'm going to go over to that habitat point of interest that I missed the first time. Yes, we are still up for 20. The thing about this thing is the instant you get there, the pink slime comes out. I tried doing it with an early early stage character, and it's not that it was, it didn't kill me or anything. It's not that that was bad. It's just that it wasn't a really good use of resources. It was an awful lot of power to break down what ultimately was not much in the way of a return. And at that stage of the game, I didn't really have a lot of resources to earn. So I think my take on that is that Beacon 49, or Beacon 49 straight from the dock is probably a good option. And just roll back through here later on if you need biomatter or to top off something. At this stage in the game, I'm generating enough electricity from the boat that it's not really a problem. With the sun coming up. That's the moon. We have to avoid. That's not what I need to do. I want to check what time it was. It was 4:30. We said because of how the engines work, well, getting up to 100% is a real waste. Just a pretty general principle. So this habitat is a bit of a U shape. And we want this element here. There's the sunrise. The sun rises in the east. Oh, they fixed that. For a while, the sun was rising in the west. Okay. Okay. Is it this side or is it the other side? It's this side. No, it is the other side. You can almost see the sun inside it. Getting parked in a pain in the butt here too because there are no mooring cables and there are leeches underneath and then of course the sign. Okay. All right, then we have to evaporate and to the screen. Wait for it to come back. Diesel makes the boat more responsive, but it also sucks up diesel. Which, if I understand correctly, you're going to end up needing diesel. So it's in the middle. Oh, there it is. Well, that's one way to come at it. Which end is up? Did I just like parallel parking a boat is the worst. Oh. We're not helping, gang. You know that, right? Oh, because I'm going backwards. Yeah, I was over here, like, oh, it'll be good. Something about it saying, then slime everywhere. And then I started running out of energy, and then the leeches showed up. Right? Why do I even bother? Okay. Let's try something new. Let's see what happens if we just jam this in here. There we go. There we go. All right. Come on. All right. I'm going to drop my box. I'm not going to need any of you. I will not need much of you. Let's go ahead and build ourselves a recycler on the deck. Once we've cleared it out. For that, let's get our bolt gun, our bolt pistol, and pistol shot with minor area damage for soft targets. I think I tried those once and they were kind of sad. Let's say after holster. So if you hold the Y key or the Y button, sorry, I'm on a controller. Hold the Y button, it will pop up. It's a choice between whatever two ammos happen to be on your robot at the time. Okay. And then you can pick the optimal one. And let's see. Interesting. Do not appear to have attracted action. Oh, that's basketball. That's not fun. What is on? What is that? Wait a minute. I don't have any rifle sign. You need to be closer. This game. Things like error complaints here. Alright. Let's move forward. Just a little bit to the side. Alright, go backwards. We're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. My brilliant plan, as they say. We don't. They're mindful right now. Here. Almost like the game said, oh, she's going to try to get something. Oh, I forget it. I'm going to trash the weather until she gets up and does it the way we intend. Any more vegetables? Mm-hmm. You ever hear men say that they rage quit at the very beginning of this game because it's part of the boat? And then this is what they're talking about. Right. It's almost kind of cruel to put this thing here. So many other locations, there is something that you can actually dock at. But the first one out of the dock, is that pink goo on my boat? That is. I can see it from here. Oh, we've taken care of that. It's about to be joined by all its friends. And that's it. Call your friends, summon your minions. Oh, anchors. Obviously, I'm going to need more. More rifle slam. Not necessarily for the minions, but just in general. Unless I have some in the boom box. No, just the specialized stuff. Alright. With the sun going up or coming down. I might have battled with the parking lot again. Okay. Worst parking lot attendant ever. Alright, patience. Is a virtue. And when navigating the boat. You need to be close enough to reliably toss things over. Or to jump back and forth. Alright. Let's jump over here. Now, the one time I did go through this place, it seemed to me easier to come up here. And come in here. Yep. Then why? Why you this way? Alright, fine. And we'll just get. I'm gonna just have pink poop all over the place now. Apparently. Right. This should not be this. Well, I mean, I should not be this bad at doing this. Where is a laser sight for the stabilizer barrel right outside? I think one of these are all barrels. Right. Build that. Build that. I think the laser sighting one is before the. What's waiting on what materials? I have all the materials. Hold on. You have to add the parts to the queue first, and then it built little things like that are annoying. What is my queue? What is my problem with my queue? You're the optical lens. Why are you paused? No, that's not kind of it. Right. No. Anyway, Dad, here we go. Anyone? All right. Bullet gun. Hold down R, the right joystick. You are editing the rail. Like work. There we go. All right. Now, honestly, since you're about to go into dark spaces and turn on your headlamp anyways, may not matter what time of day it is. Let's test that theory, shall we? Anything else left on the boat? Yeah. You are just might as well. I think it's these stupid bullets. I don't think they look good. Yeah. Crappy bullets. They say they're good for soft targets. I don't know what they're talking about because it doesn't get any softer than pink slime. Okay. Yeah. Did you? Of course, it doesn't help. Are you behind me? Is that what's going on here? Yes, you are. I swear, I'm just gonna get out my crowbar. This is absurd. Come here. Come here. Yeah, they do. They do. Who's a good pink slime? Get off. Alright. Not liking the controller inputs on this. I don't know if it's me or the game. I'm constantly hitting the button. Things like that. And yep. Yep. There you go. Tasty robot. Yep. that is one that doesn't open. There are all sorts of goodies actually here. Where is the ladder in this dump? There it is. Get off. Never mind. I need you to go back to the boat anyways. Totally meant to do that. We can back up. Okay. There we go. All right, let's deposit some junk. And also get a grenade. You are useless. Let me recycle you. You're not useless. I just didn't use you. All right. The sun is coming up. Okay. So the reason you would want to come here is to get more materials. I'm going to press here. Down. There. We are going to build ourselves a recycler unit. I'm going to try and build ourselves a recycler unit. Sure. Not thought of it, that's okay. Okay. Ordinarily, I don't bother with this, but in this case, I want to I don't want to pitch things onto the boat because I don't want to knock over the solar panels or the wind turbines. You know? And the boxes for the end. You use it at an awkward angle. That's okay. Right. That is that central area. Now, up here. Don't stand on the metal plates. They are very wobbly. And these things are here to teach you a lesson in getting stuck on geometry. And so when I can, I will pitch out the door. The rest is just going to have to be broken down. This is another reason why coming here towards the end, when you have more. Hit. Hit. When you have more to go on, is going to be helpful because you can, at the beginning, you can maybe dismantle 5 or 6 things before you have to run back to the boat. Charge. I'm going to be able to get through quite a bit more. I am, however, overloaded. I'm hoping that a robot friend. Okay. 3, 3, 5, okay. Fun fact, it is not possible to shred yourself. Really fun fact, it is possible to walk straight backwards off the edge of this thing and land in the water. This is why I didn't like doing this space over this, because you have to jump down there. And I did not want to do to jump along down there. Let's get back to the boat. And put away. Relax. Mm-hmm. My box. I think I'm going to deposit these. You can. Box. Yeah. Actually, no, but literally, I'm thinking it's just a box that repairs the wind turbines up top if necessary. Right. Oh. Okay. Up there. Up there. Back inside. don't feel like arguing with you, so just essentially. I have to keep an eye on my battery level though, because I did nearly blow it out doing this in the beginner's run. Actually, it was not funny exactly, but I saw a community manager playing the game, and he was running around Laser Station, and he straight up dismantled the table, and his battery died. And then the robot died. The table was so expensive in terms of dismantling costs that it just wiped him out. Termination. He just kind of sat there and stared. I was not looking at chat, but I can only imagine. There is quite a lot of material here. Well, not compared to some of the biggest places, but enough to make it worth passing through at least once. Hello, robot friend. Goodbye, robot friend. Oh, yeah, to all of you, we have reached level 21. And wobbly. About this time. Yes. Yeah, they're still pulsing. All right. I'm going to drop off and then recharge. Next up. Yeah. The contextual menus on a lot of people. I guess because I want controller, I only have the 4 buttons. A lot of folks are like, why does the X button change all the time? Why don't you map out to any of the other buttons? And rebinding, I guess that's what it's called. Would probably be super useful. But on a controller, there's just not enough buttons. Although one of the reasons that I straight up refuse to use that, what? Those leech noises. No, I'm not afraid of leeches. Maybe consider that at some point, but maybe. But I may reconsider how much of a pain in the ass it got. Same thing. You back? My favorite tree. It is essentially a basic U shape. And then there is an upstairs and a downstairs. Oh, no. Downstairs. The robot friend. Goodbye, robot friend. Not too bad to clear out. Except they are designed to be super dark and designed to house things that are attracted to the light, which The swarms in this game, that's what gets me every time. And I don't believe there is an exit from here after that. Got it. False. Oh. Right. I don't know any other right years. Now we do. And this box is getting full. Plenty of power. See, on the beginner run, I was down to less than 1 kilowatt on the boat, which meant the boat had to essentially sit out in the middle of the ocean for a while it recharged itself, which was okay, but not my preferred playstyle. All right. Group. Now, it is important to note that you don't have to dismantle everything everywhere, as the saying goes, all at once. I skipped this on the way out. I just went straight to Region 49, and I got through the entire main quest line at level 20 without doing really any of the side elements until the very end. This is like a cleanup run to see what some of these spaces were. I've done a couple of the other habitats. They are very similar. You know, shipping containers with things inside. And by things, I mean resources, but also one of the enemies. There were bugs inside one. This one has pink slime. Last area. Well, then there's the upstairs. Yep, upstairs, out in the open. Open. It sounds like. Alright, I'm going to investigate that after we drop off. Okay. I don't usually worry about weight too much, but these mega breakdowns seem to be, although some of it is I still have all of the ammo on board and the backup pistol. Well, I mean, something. Let's put you into the holster. And put you away. Looks like the rifle's going to be any good with that. I think that there was one more. Jump, jump. And there might have been one more spare back here. Something. It's not. I think what I'm going to do is designate a couple of the larger points of interest and stash things that I have too much of here. Obviously, Lazarus is a good one. It's very central. I'm going to have to go back to it anyways. All right, I think that is everything that wants to be dismantled inside. History. And just get one more walkthrough. Okay, and that. Let's see. No, that's how I found. We'll have to read out this another way. Okay. Now, we go up. Up, here we go. All right, so we can. That's going to be down. All right, we're going to have to cut the other side for that. Let's do a deposit one. It looks like something went in. There's something inside of it. Let's this is one of the leeches like to come out. It's not. Let's say we did. Okay. Look at all of the goodies. All right. What's my weight looking like? My weight is at 90 kilograms. D. That's my overflow copper. Not here. No. You are food. You are fat. Nice to pick you up, tossing one of the canisters in. Okay. What? Applesauce? Hmm. What do you look for? They're full. Hmm. Yeah, the leashes like to live in the shadow. A lot of times you hear the soundtrack go off as if it's very excited. That is what is going on. Actually, just gonna chuck this in and get the parts back. Yeah. Yeah, if the soundtrack goes off and we can't figure out what's going on, it's probably just rubber and rubber. Polyurethane. I sworn I had rewired it. It's private shine. They've been upgraded to the max. They've not, but I'm not really using my diesel. My understanding is you want to save the diesel for the times when you have to hustle back to Lazarus as a seed pod. Don't pick a fight with the shark in the middle of the night. I do want to eventually go back to Lazarus. I want to. Don't pick a fight with two sharks. I'm going to go back to Lazarus. I'm going to leave the sea faults and the graves for a moment. Think where we will go next. I'm going to do a run through Beacon 49, although I cleared them out completely. And then hit up the diesel and the solar that I missed on the way out. And then go to Lazarus. It is sort of the snake in the middle. I'm going to leave these northern areas for a while because I want them to put more stability on the boat, quite frankly. It's kind of a pain. You do have two more habitats, and you have another. This, as far as I have heard, this sanctuary dock is the only dock element. This up here is called Nomad's Tower. I cleared that out, and it was fun and all, but it was not a dock when you pulled in the boat. That seems to be very unique to that starting area. A lot of folks are wishing that was otherwise. Okay. Nothing inside, so what are we doing up here? Good. I'm still at it. Good. I'm going to drop things down into the center. And then get out with the fabricator. These are really thick and heavy, and they take a lot of energy as well. Okay. 8 small petrol containers. I think that is the sanctuary dock there in the center of the screen. And that means the row of mines is off to my left. Seriously. Get over there. Sorry, I didn't mean to impale the recycler. I didn't even do that anyway. Recycler sitting there like, alright. That's that. Yes. And go up here. Cross here. Take a few more. Again. And check off the side that does not. And there's another ladder there. All right. The iron beam. Just thank you. Ah, nice. And 2. You know, I'm just going to debug me. I'm going to do it by hand. There we go. All right. And the reward for all of this is the teddy bear on a diving board. By hand too. Yep. Mantle. You may cowabunga down if you want. Although in this weather I wouldn't suggest. I'm very thankful. Absolutely not take that jump. Geometry that is not looking good. So, Otherwise, throwing things at the recycler is a bad idea. The robot ignores the cables. Nothing else does. Almost. This is so much quicker. So what I could do is the bullets and stash the bullets. Need like some jaunty lo-fi. Shredding random objects. Only we know like after music. There we go. Looks like we just open one leg. Leave the boxes. I kind of wish you could salvage the boxes to the boat and then put things in them so they'd be like rebuilt containers. But, all right. A little plastic. That. Meantime, I want you to accidentally connect to myself. Here we go. Here. All right. And I think that is going to be that. That's it for you. Okay. That is habitat. And oh, something. First habitat that you see after leaving Sanctuary 37. It is specifically designed to park itself right in your line of sight as you're going out. You must be my overflow. Into my Every advantage. I'm gonna take him if I have to take from the cycling now. Okay. You forward and you not forward. It's gonna be empty. Gonna do telephone or copper. Snapshot. I'm gonna take you on board. Can I recycle you? Yes, I can. Bring it back. Copper and glass. That makes sense. Alright. And just one. Alright, well, we'll over there. Glass. It's here. Yeah. Alright, let's make up more. That wants that. You turned out to just not be useful. You want really powerful stuff to supply you. I don't think I haven't done any of that. That's the sniper. Yeah, any of the sniper pistols require titanium and or carbon fiber. Just a warning. Alright. We've tidied up. We are disconnected. We are saving. And we are going on our merry way. Which in this case is going to be braving the stormy seas for do the navigation beacon first. I was so excited. It's new over the item that I chose. an eye out for the mines. I think I'm all clear of them at this point. Mhm. We have arrived at the navigation beacon 49. It's still looking pretty much as we left it. Managed to nail just about everything here. wait for the sun to come up. We'll go ahead and do a little bit of maintenance. My lockbox. And there's the dock where we started, right there in the center of the screen. And over there, above that floating line, you may see the tower. That is where we just were. Now, some folks use this space to set up a food processor. I have to admit, I've been reluctant to add too much to my boat setup. Less copper and more iron. Probably your thing. Actually. Nuts. Without putting this, but just in case. There. Actually, this will do. All right. Okay. No, iron. There you go. And then. All right. The problem with putting these containers on this wall is then you can't put yourself in that. Because the grab mechanism interferes with these things. Here that is empty now. Right. Just undo the colors on these because they're not useful anymore. Except that one, not finish this one. in Spain. Status is unclear. Let's see. That's all cleared out. Pretty sure those are all cleared out. Nothing appears to have been spoken. Oh. Put ourselves nice little solar and wind, which, if I recall correctly, do not have a battery. Why was that? Maybe because I figured if I had to make a run for it. Nothing appears to be respawning. Maybe that's just leftover because I was tired. I need to build a box stack here. What about here? The idea being to you don't really need to because you could always just go around the other side and take the ladder. Nobody up there, like on the side. Left and right. It's not that comfortable. The trick is come over here to these. And jump up. Fires, or build a stack here. Probably the easiest to build a stack right out there. I'm tossing the tires down. Is you get to this ladder. This ladder lets you into the roof without having the power on the door. I don't know if the whole lab is that. We probably get the boat there. This I will count in, even though I don't think I need to. Because the beacons have to be turned on to transmit their information, but they do not have to stay plugged in. It says operation nominal. You can't see the screen, but the information is already being sent to the boat, so that doesn't seem to matter. I know I want to come back here. Because there is There's a room down here that you can't get into otherwise until later in the game. It's probably just got some memories and stuff in it. Yeah. This has got all sorts of good stuff. Those things are very valuable. We have a robot friend and we have a bunch of tech scraps. We don't have any memories. That's interesting. You cannot get in here until you are security level 3, which I believe translates to character level 50, somebody said. Ultra high tech scraps. See, those things are really bad. They are very costly and they're very heavy. Oh, right. I'm actually in the workbook. I can't remember why I did that. I'm stuck. You're stuck. All right. I need to. So the trick with the mooring cables is second, lift the anchor, and then drop the anchor. I'm waiting for this thing to stop twirling, indicating that it is just about done. And then drop the anchor. You don't have to watch it this time. Now go down and unhook the mooring cables. This keeps you, reportedly, there is a problem with the boat getting stuck under things if you have the mooring cables holding it too tightly. I don't think I'm going to need my to-go box. Okay. And we have O2 grenade. Although I pitched this at someone once and it didn't seem to be able. I pitched something like it. Okay. Something that caught my eye and bugged me over here. Because these are dimension 2. And there's no reason for this not to just plug straight in there. Except I think I might have been using it as a fail-safe while I dismantled things. Okay. Speaking of, see, now there's nowhere to put myself in. Oh, that's going to take fun. That actually is worse. And I'm going to need my juice down in that basement. All right. And I'll take the chair. Leave the bed to last. It's too bad these things are so rare because they're essentially just one of everything. Oh, robot friend. Goodbye, robot friend. Alright. I don't feel like coming back here, so I'm going to resketch. Keep an eye on my battery. Alright. Use that. Slow up. Back up here. So you could turn this whole room into a warehouse full of stuff. If you had it. Alright, I'll come back at least once for that stuff. This is more important. We've got plasma gel. And this pink one back here is really rare. That's what comes out of those. Alright, I will recharge one last time. Get those last few bits off the dock. Check every now and then to see if I'm actually crouching. I'm not entirely sure. Fabric, rubber. One thing that I plan on doing at Lazarus is going all in on setting up the water, power, etc. for the pods, get that set up. I'd love to be able to get a better grip on the kind of the semi-interior at Lazarus. There's a bunch of gangways and broken spaces that there's no way across them. There's no way to bridge them. I mean, you can if you really try. You can record them on this. I wonder if there's something down there or if it's just in case you miss the dock and end up on that side. This is a bit of a mess. That's the solar panels. Those are the turbines. Sorry. It's visually messy, but it actually makes sense. Alright, plastic is coming out. Fabric is good. Iron is still low, which is ridiculous given the amount of metal that we have floating around. Silicone is good. Rubber is good. Need to pop up. We need more iron, less polyurethane, less copper. Especially when they're overflow for rubber. More empty. Your turn off. Let's see. Yep. Let's deposit. Wait. Now. In game, I think that is the sun going down. So I am just going to call it. And I think tomorrow what I'll do is go to those points of interest, at least one. So the solar field and the diesel space. I have plenty of diesel. I have plenty of electricity. One thing that is possible to do is actually to dismantle the setups in these spots if you don't think you're coming back. Blue 49 is prominent enough that I think I want to keep stuff here. Let's take a look at them. At least for a little while. I could put in a battery, a medium battery, and then just take some of them. There's a solar field there. These are obviously staged to a point in order to give you refueling stations. But ultimately, you're going to be making quick trips out to the sea pods. And then longer trips down to Lazarus and Exodus. So these two you definitely want to keep. Refuel Outpost Delta and this one. I don't know about these. Let's get to this eventually. So let's do. Let's do you first. And then we'll get up you. And then maybe go down here. And then back up to Lazarus. And maybe some of these. See, this is how it had node 6 to 5. This is 1004. That's literally a single shipping container in the middle of the ocean. This one is far more complicated. Yeah, maybe do these two and then drop off at Lazarus and then come down here and swing through Exodus. So I want to get the some of the elements set up in Exodus before I go. All right, so I'm going to call that there, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.